Hi, my name's Luke Whearty. I'm from Operation Dagger here in Singapore, and I'm really stoked to be here today at the Raffles Long Bar Hotel to celebrate a great milestone of the Singapore sling with cherry herring, and that is 100 years. I've also been asked here today to take my spin on a classic cocktail using cherry herring. Very popular cocktail called the Singapore Sling. The drink today is going to be a little bit different in the fact that it's not going to be shaken or stirred. We're actually fermenting this cocktail. At Operation Dagger, what we try and do is utilize our waste products as much as we can and sort of create something and give something a second life. Okay, so what we're going to do here with our pineapple is put it in the saucepan over a high heat and then cook it with some sugar and water, just equal parts caster sugar and mineral water. Now what that's going to do then is activate the natural enzyme that's in pineapple skins to then ferment the sugars that we want it to ferment for our final end product. Once that's boiled, we're then going to set it aside, let it rest and cool before we transfer it to the mason jar to ferment for about 4 or 5 days. After it's fermented for about 4 or 5 days is the last process. Okay, what we're going to do is introduce a champagne yeast for a secondary fermentation to add the carbonation that we want. We want to get those really fine bubbles that's within champagne. So it's really simple. We've just got our champagne yeast here and some water. And we're just going to blend that together with a hand blender, just until that champagne yeast is dissolved into the water. And so this is going to become our yeast solution. So we're actually going to add this straight into the bottle. So now we've got our yeast solution here, and we're just going to add a very precise amount. We're going to add 3 mils of the yeast solution straight into our bottle here. Now once that yeast solution's in the bottle, we're ready to bottle our cocktail. So we've strained this mix already, which is here. And we're going to put that in with the champagne yeast. So this is the total mixture of the fermented pineapple, cherries, spices, cherry herring, and champagne yeast. And lastly, we're just going to crown cap this. And there we go. We're going to let that sit for just another day, overnight, to let that yeast do its thing and ferment those sugars slightly. And we're going to get a really nice fine carbonated drink. And then this is the end product. So finally, to serve, you can see the bubbles there. It's really nice carbonated drink. And we're just going to add a lime wedge and serve it like that. And there it is. So cheers to 100 years of the Singapore sling, and cheers to something different.